Welcome everyone to University of Bradford's Agent Training. Thank you for joining us here today. My name is Julie Rogelio. I'm the Global Engagement Officer. And today we're going to discuss about some basic information, how you can best support your students joining the university. In the next video, we'll be talking about the reasons why we should study at University of Bradford. So one of the most common questions that gets asked is where is Bradford? So we say Bradford is located at the heart of UK. So as you can see on the map, Bradford is with close proximity to cities like Manchester or London, with 1 hour to 3 hours ride by train. We are also close by from a city called Leeds, which is 20 minutes away from Bradford. So the two airports available for students arriving to Bradford is the Manchester Airport and the Leeds Bradford International Airport. For Manchester Airport, this is our common recommendation for international students because of a lot of flights are arriving there. And we have free airport pickup service for all our international students arriving at Manchester Airport. Now, more about the city of Bradford itself. Why is it a great choice to live in? So it's actually one of the most affordable university city based in 2022 research by comparethemarket.com. And not only is Bradford a metropolitan district, as it is the fourth largest metropolitan district in UK, but it also has one of the largest economy in England. So it means it has a good balance of cash flow and business within the city, which would be a great benefit for students coming into the city. We have a lot of investments, and we also recently won the UK City of Culture for 2025, which means that there is a surplus or an increase of job opportunities from 2023 when Bradford won the bid until 2025. So there's about 10 billion pounds of investment that will be coming into Bradford when it comes to boosting its entertainment, culture, arts, music, theater. And this really means a big opportunity. And this is the perfect time for students to choose Bradford as its city for their city of studying. So this is information that will really help students decide why the university, but also what makes the city unique as a choice. So for the next video, we'll be discussing why should the students study at the University of Bradford. Thank you. When students ask why Bradford, one of the first reasons we provide is that Bradford is a great place to meet and join a global community. We have over 130 different nationalities in the university. And with that, we have ranked first in England for impact on social mobility. This means that the University of Bradford has given the highest potential of support to give our students the success they require, regardless of their academic, cultural, or social background in life. We've also been awarded by the late Queen Elizabeth the Queen's Anniversary Prizes for our award winning research and contribution in dementia studies and archaeological technology. We're also second in UK for career services. This means that our career services and employability team provide support for students from the beginning of their studies until they reach their graduation. And even after 5 years after their graduation, our team are able to provide them whatever support they require when it comes to their career. We're one of the small handful number of business schools that have been awarded a Triple Crown accreditation, and this is Equus, AMBA, and AACSB. So students can have that confidence that they are having a quality education when it comes to our business schools. The University of Bradford also has been around for more than 50 to 100 years. In fact, we have been founded as the Mechanics Institute in the 18th century. And in 1960, we received our Royal Charter, making us the 40th university in the UK. Our first chancellor was Prime Minister Harold Wilson. And we're also first in the UK for finance office student support. So in Bradford, we do not accept cash payments. We have our Flywire method. So it's just an online payment where you can use, you can make card payment or bank transfers or even e-wallet payments. We're also top three in the UK for satisfaction with accommodation costs, living costs, and value for money. Now, in the next videos, we'll be talking about more in-depth detail when it comes to why Bradford is a good option for students as it is with value for money. And also last is that in we are second in UK for welcome. Contributing to that is the support that we provide for students as soon as they submit their applications until their arrival with a free airport pickup service. And even after they arrive in the university, we are able to provide them with the utmost support. Now, more about in terms of numbers of the university, you can call the university as a mid-sized university with over 13,000 current students, with 21% of those as international students. We have amazing number of staff on ground in the campus, over 1,600, who are able to provide support to the student even when it comes to their academics or even when it comes to their professional services support. As I mentioned, we have over 130 different nationalities and we have over 357 academic staff in higher education fellowship. Our alumni numbers are with a staggering of 147,000 to now reaching 250,000. And these are students scattered or alumni scattered around the globe, with majority of them are in Middle East and Asia, and a number of them have gone to great places, and we will be talking about more of that in the next video. For the University of Bradford campus, we call it as a city campus. Why? As you can see on the map, it's a very centrally located campus as opposed to other universities wherein you have to travel to different parts of the city. In Bradford, you find all the colleges facilities that a student would require in this area of map. As you can see, it's a lot of greeneries and our accommodation is also available within the campus. And as you can see on the gray area of the map, those are actually opening to the roads and there's a lot of restaurants lined up along the roads that students can choose from, but there are also restaurants within the university. So there's a lot of space for students to walk around, but also making it easy for them to go from one class or one lab to another. And this is also what makes Bradford a great choice because the transportation cost is significantly lessened in their expenses because of the city campus structure of the University of Bradford. Now, when it comes to our accommodation, we have the Green, which is an award winning sustainable accommodation in the heart of the campus. If we look back in the slide, it is located at the top right, where you can see the on the square where there are gray buildings. Now, the Green is actually one of the first student residential project in the UK to achieve an ACLOD of outstanding because it is made sustainable. There are two options for our accommodations. We have the townhouse or the en-suite apartments that range from 75 to 128 pounds per week. So of course, the difference is that on the townhouse rooms, two rooms will be sharing one toilet. And then on the en-suite apartment, there is an attached bath inside the room. So this is a guaranteed availability for international students. So for example, the student is applying for an undergraduate program. So for the next 3 to 4 years, that is guaranteed for them. So we have also available options for students who would require female only accommodation or male only accommodations. And the rent that is mentioned earlier includes the Wi-Fi, insurance for personal belongings, and 24-hour security and CCTV in the accommodation and across the campus. So this is our recommended accommodation to all our international students because it really helps them with their budgeting and give them that value for money for their education and their stay in the in the University of Bradford. So for our next video, we'll be talking about our campus life. So please stay tuned. When it comes to the university campus life, we have a lot of facilities available for students to just look after their overall well being. We have the sports center, as you can see on the second image, where we have amazing facilities when it comes to swimming pool, gym, climbing wall, and all kinds of team sports facilities. And it only costs £100 per year. So we have over 30 different sports clubs, and all the photos that you see in this slide are actual photos of students enjoying the campus life in the University of Bradford. When it comes to social space, we have the Student Central, which is adjacent to the library and the Student Union, with over 70 different societies for students to join. So there is for sure something that students can relate to when it comes to interest. Last time we went there were students who were having a Korean dance club. There were students who were joining a bread and spread club where they create different bread spread, and it's just different unique interests, but definitely they can find something where they can feel that they belong to, and if not, they're more than welcome to create their own society. So in this student central, as I mentioned, it's a good social space for them when they have free time or they want to lounge with their friends. We have cafes, bars within the student central as well, and our library, which is nearby in the student central, is open 24 hours, and it's only closed during bank holidays. So students have that space and resource to also conduct their studying, or if they require any resource, online or physical resource, that is available in our library. We also have a little music center and theater, despite not having any music related course, just to give students who have interest in entertainment and arts and music have something to celebrate while they are at the University of Bradford. So in our next video, we'll be talking about student support and safety at the University of Bradford. Thank you. So when it comes to students coming into the University of Bradford, they can be assured that they have the utmost support that they can have in regards to whatever they need. So first of all is we have a personal tutor that is available for students who require extra support when it comes to their academics. When it comes to disability and counseling, we have that available as well. And one of the unique student supports that we have is called the My Bradford. So anything under the sun, whether you're opening a new bank account or just asking where it is best to have your lunch or dinner, it's a good place to start. It is located at our main building, and they are also available online. When it comes to visa support, students union, these are supports provided to students as soon as they have applied into the university. And our visa support team is a dedicated team that assists for CAS and any visa issue related information. So we have also wardens in halls of residence, so that even in accommodation, there is support for the students. We have a free language student center support. So last time we went, they were teaching Korean and Chinese. So this is for free. We have nursery for those who have family. We have academic skills advice service, those who are needing boosts in their language. And as I mentioned earlier, we have the career and employability services that is available up to 5 years of their graduation, library, IT services, and we have faith services and religious advisors. So for our faith services, we have our quiet hall slash prayer hall inside the campus, so students don't need to go out and search for a mosque or a church, for example. Now, when it comes to safety at the University of Bradford, this is one of our top priorities. So, as mentioned earlier, we have the accommodation available for female only or male only, and we ensure that it is safe and secure with CCTV cameras 24 hours. And the same CCTV cameras are also available throughout the campus. And we have emergency service office located within the campus. And across the area, there are help points available where you can just push a red button so that they will be notified that you require emergency assistance. We also have a dedicated application for you to receive or view any updates that are mentioned across the university. So for our next slide, we'll be talking about graduate employability. Thank you. So one of the reasons that students join the university is because they want to have good employability after they graduate. So this is embedded in the heart and mind of the University of Bradford, and that is why we provide the utmost support in the studying, academics, and improving life students' life chances while they're studying. So this is why we've been ranked the best university in the country for improving students' life chances. And not only that, because we have at least 147,000 alumni across the world, we have gained an extensive network of industry contacts that are linked within locally, regional, and even multinational businesses across all sectors of the global economy. So, for example, we have good ties with NHS in the UK or Morrison's. Also, here in UAE, we have good ties with Emirates. A lot of our alumni, at least 17 senior vice presidents in Emirates are actually alumni of the University of Bradford. And we are also in partnership with Emirates Global Aluminium. We are also in partnership with Johnson's Controls. So these are just a few of the multinational companies that we are in link to. And this keeps our um, partnership and relationship with these companies a good platform for our graduates. So our international graduates take their knowledge and skills into the workplace across the globe, and the places and the companies that I've mentioned are a good proof that our alumni has done this before. 94% of our 2017 graduates found employment or went on to further study within 6 months of graduating. And so this has continued to increase in numbers. And a lot of this is factored into the preparation that comes and is given to students while they're studying and even post their graduation with the Career and Employability Services team. So for our next video, we'll be talking about the faculties of the University of Bradford. Thank you. We have four main faculties at University of Bradford. We have Faculty of Engineering and Digital Technologies, Faculty of Health Studies, Faculty of Life Sciences, and Faculty of Management, Law, and Social Sciences. Despite having 200 plus courses, I wouldn't want to bore you to go over all of that. So we'll just quickly go through the highlights for each of the faculty. So for Faculty of Engineering and Digital Technologies, we have courses in biomedical, electronics, civil, structural, mechanical, energy systems, chemical engineering, computer science. And when it comes to graphic designs, we also have that under media design and technology. Some of the highlights is that we're ranked top 10 in the UK for civil engineering, top 20 in the UK for chemical engineering, and our recent courses that were launched were engineering management and applied computer and AI. So these are two of the up and coming in demand courses in the market. So this is definitely something that students can look out for. When it comes to Faculty of Health Studies, we have an amazing state-of-the-art facilities worth 10 million pounds building. And what's amazing is that the students are experiencing hands-on learning with two fully equipped clinical wards, physiotherapy rooms, movement lab, X-ray suite, MRI suite, and we just recently launched last year a CT scan suite as well. For life sciences, again, these photos are actual students in our facilities, you will find anything related to archaeology, forensic science, optometry, chemistry and biosciences, pharmacy, and medical science, where we're actually top 20 in the UK for pharmacy and pharmacology. And lastly, one of the largest faculty that we have is Faculty of Management, Law, and Social Sciences. This is where you will find all the business courses, law courses, social sciences, so any peace-related course, you will find it in this faculty. As mentioned earlier, our School of Management or our business school is the first and most well-established, respected business school where we're already celebrating 60 plus years established since 1963. We are also part of the 1% of global business schools that are Triple Crown accredited across the globe. That is AACSB, EQUIS, and AMBA. So for our next video, we'll be talking about our Career Booster, which is a unique program for our students. Thank you. One of the aims at the University of Bradford is that we want to future-proof our students. Because of this, we have created a unique employability program for all our students in the university. It's called the Career Booster, wherein it's designed to help students develop essential skills that are in demand in the needs of the business. And this happens twice in an academic year. So once every semester, wherein students can pick and mix their own diet of workshops, seminars, info sessions, virtual meetings with industry leaders or companies that are present in the market. So, for example, we had Google join us last time, and over 1,000 students joined that seminar in regards to their cloud network, and they received the micro badging after that career booster program. We also have knowledge transfer network events and international guest speaker series where we discuss global issues and international research agenda. One of the things that the University of Bradford is proud for is that we are also champions of sustainability. We have joined the COP28 last year here in UAE, and we have addressed some of the sustainable challenges and have involved the youth of today in creating a solution for the future. So some of the things that are amazing when it comes to future proofing our students is that a number of our courses are already embedded with professional accreditation. So some of the logos that you see here are like, for example, SAGE certification, SAS, Amazon Web Services, Bloomberg Finance, CPD. So mostly these are certifications that individuals take after their undergraduate or postgraduate program. But here at the university, these are already embedded into your course, therefore saving you time and money and giving you that edge when it comes to you being employability in your employability. So it has been proven as well that having this professional accreditation increases your offer of salary in the future. So this is something to bear in mind for students that in the University of Bradford, you're not only being taught academically, but you're also being future proofed to have the highest potential for your employability. So for our next video, we'll be discussing our foundation program in the University of Bradford. Thank you. For students who do not meet the minimum entry requirements that we have a foundation program in partnership with Oxford International, where students can apply for the level that they are eligible for. So, for example, we have International Foundation, wherein you can go for equivalent of year 0 or year 1, or we have the International First Year for equivalent to level A. So, these are courses available for students who do not meet the minimum entry requirements for our undergraduate courses. And then for our postgraduate courses, we have the foundation program called International Incorporated Masters. Now, the only thing to bear in mind is that these foundation programs require a UKVI IELTS And for more information, you can visit the link on the slide to know what is the minimum requirement for the UKVI IELTS for them to pass this program. Now, it is called the University of Bradford International College in partnership with Oxford International. And also, if you are applying for this foundation, you will have to apply directly from the website or on the link provided. And offers are issued directly by Oxford International. So for the next video, we'll be talking about the admission entry requirements for our markets. For English proficiency, we do have a pre-sessional English course available. So this is an in-person pre-sessional course, and this are for students who do not meet the minimum requirements for their course. However, a UKVI IELTS is required. So one of the application tips that we have is that if the student is not too confident in reaching the minimum requirement, we suggest for them to take the UKVI IELTS. So in case they do not meet the minimum score, they can just apply for a pre-sessional. Please take note that the pre-sessional English course is only available for the September intake. So it will not be available for the January 2025. So one of the, among the English tests that we accept are IELTS, TOEFL, PTE, Language Cert, ESOL, CELT B2, PSI, and we have our own test called BASEL. So for our partners who have a large number of students who are interested to take the test, this is free of charge, and you can let us know if you have at least 10 to 15 students. So definitely we are able to assist you in providing this test. Recently, we have also announced that we have 2 online English tests that we will be accepting for September 2024 and January 2025 intakes. And that would be IELTS indicator and Language Cert ESOL B2 communicator version. So for entry requirements, since we have a lot of markets and of course we accept students all over the globe, there are different entry requirements for each country. So what we suggest our partners to do is to visit this link on the slide, click on the country where the student is applying for, and you can see the converted grades that is required for the university. Other documents that we will need are personal statements, CV, work experience, and research proposal or interview for those courses that require for it. So some of the application tip is that we do accept students with gap years, backlogs, corresponding degrees, elongated bachelor degrees, year 2 entry, and credit transfers. For tuition fees, our affordable tuition fees range from £19,000 to £24,000. And these are before scholarships. And we do have a £5,000 security deposit paid towards the tuition fee as well. So for scholarships, we offer the Global Scholar Award for self-funded students. It ranges from £2,000 to £5,000. So if you click the link below and just choose the student's nationality, you can see how much is the eligibility for the Global Scholar Award. Now, what's amazing is that these scholarships that you see on the screen are automatically applied. They don't need to create a separate application. Once the student applies for this course or the system detects their nationality is eligible for the Global Scholar Award, it will be mentioned in their offer letters. For the Global Scholar Award for undergraduate students, this is applied for every year of their study. For our undergraduate scholarships, we have 50% scholarships. And again, this is applied for every year of the study. And we have £7,500 for our architecture courses. For postgraduate scholarships, we have a range of £5,000 to £7,500. And these are in peace-related courses, in human osteology, archaeology, applied AI, engineering, and renewable and sustainable energy. And these are automatic scholarships that is applied on the offer letter. We have an additional early bird discount of 3% if the student will be paying their full tuition fee payments. And this is in addition to the scholarship if they will be eligible for any of the ones mentioned earlier. We do have other external scholarships that are available on the website for more information. So for our next video, we'll be discussing important information and deadlines to remember. For the two intakes available this academic year, which is September 2024 and January 2025, please see on the screen our deadlines for application. So thank you for reaching the end of our University of Bradford agent training. We hope you found the information provided useful when it comes to the Bradford as city, the university,
who you'll have lots of interactions with here at Birmingham City University International College. So what are we going to cover in this training? We really want to introduce location to you. So like I say, the great city of Birmingham. We also want to talk about the CAS requirements and the academic and English language requirements that we have in order for students to progress onto a foundation or to a pre-master's program here at Birmingham City University International College. And we also want to tell you a bit about why we're different. Why should students consider coming and studying at BCU? IC, and that includes, for example, the industry standard facilities we have and the scholarships and the fee discounts that my colleague Adara will talk about shortly. So please do stick around and hear more about the great city of Birmingham and Birmingham City University International College. Hello, so in this video, we will be talking about the great city of Birmingham and the location of Birmingham City University International College. So you'll see from the map of the UK on the right-hand side that Birmingham sits right in the middle of England, sandwiched between Manchester in the north and London in the south. But one of the great things about coming to Birmingham is it's the second largest city in the UK. But happily for us, the rents are a lot cheaper than those that you would find, for example, in London. So up to about 50% cheaper. So city living for a fraction of the cost. Birmingham is also incredibly young. It's an incredibly dynamic city and one of the most youthful cities in Europe, with approximately 80,000 students living in the great city of Birmingham. In addition to the young city, the young vibe that we have here in Birmingham, It's also incredibly diverse, which is amazing if you're looking, for example, for a place to go for dinner, and a new restaurant to try. The food scene here is second to none. So over 185 nationalities are represented in Birmingham, and about 50% of the population are ethnic minorities, so settled communities within Birmingham. We're also super lucky being in the middle of England, that any student that comes to study with us is able to access the rest of the UK very, very quickly. The main train station here in Birmingham, Birmingham New Street Station, is a 12-minute walk from the city centre campus. So super easy to get to the train station and then to access the rest of the UK, which can be done in up to 4 hours. So awesome for students if they're wanting to gain some cultural excursions, some cultural trips around the UK. You may also have heard that Birmingham is the home of Peaky Blinders, and part of the film was recently filmed here in Birmingham, and we're known for a very cultural, very arts-focused city. So that's an introduction to the great city of Birmingham. Please stick around to hear more about Birmingham City University International College.
Hello, everybody. My name is Idara from BCUIC. I'm the conversion manager here, and you'll be having lots of interactions with me going forward. I'm going to be talking to you today about why Birmingham and BCUIC is different. So our campus is quite immersed in the center of the city, which makes us close to industry, innovation, which creates great opportunities for our students. As you can see from the picture there, that's a picture of our students right in the city center, showing the glory of Birmingham. And this picture, by the way, was taken by one of our students, and we are very proud of that. All right, so we do have industry standard facilities, so much so that industries do come to hire our facilities from time to time, which creates a good opportunity for us to get our students to interact with companies and sometimes volunteer for them, which speaks for their practical experience. So as you can see, for the Arts, Design, and Media faculty, we do have our fashion and textile workshops. We have professional photography studios. We have machinery, metalwork, silversmithing, and we do have our green screens as well. We also do have radio studios managed by students. They also do have their podcasts that you can always tune into. For the business law and social sciences, we have our modern lecture spaces. We have our city trading room for the finance students, which is equipped with the latest industry software. So they can use that. And by the time they're graduating, they already have hands-on experience. We do have our open study areas throughout the campus as well, equipped with quiet areas and private rooms that students can book for their conversations and brainstorming with their colleagues. We also have laptops in lockers in different areas, so that in the case where students, for some reason, is not able to bring their laptop to the campus, that is not going to be a deterrent to their studies. They can just borrow one and put it back when they finish. We do also have our magistrates courts and our crown courts for our law students to practice their case, plead their cases, and argue their cases as well. Next, we have our computing, engineering, and built environment faculty. They have their computer forensics labs where they do have their ethical hacking and so on. We have the industry right next to us, so the students are able to interact with people who are working and hear more about what it's like being in the industry. We have our Cisco Networking Academy and engineering workshops as well. Finally, we have our health, education, and life sciences faculty, which consists of mock wards with simulation mannequins. These mannequins are able to mimic certain health crises for the students to practice responding to real-life crises. We have our biomedical labs as well, and we do have volunteer patients come in for our students to practice on, and that counts their practical experience as well. We have for our midwifery students the ultrasounds equipment that they can use for their practicals. So stick around to hear more about us. Hello again. So here we're going to be talking about careers and how we are supporting our students to give them the best chance it is to have a career. So we are very intentional, not just about the theory parts, but the practicals as well. This can be seen in our placements. So depending on the course that the student is studying, they have the opportunity of having placements for every term. And some of the companies that our students have had placements in include, but not limited to, BBC, Cisco, IBM, NHS, Microsoft, and so on. We are also very keen about their employability. So our degrees are designed to address industry gaps, which means that we are constantly reviewing our modules. We have optional modules as well that can enable the students to craft their studies to suit their career goals. And we also embed enterprise projects as well into their curriculum, such as live briefs, interactions from real life companies, so that students are constantly engaging with employers. We also have very strong graduate support for our students. So even after graduation, the student is able to have contact and support from the university as well. So they have access to the career support department up to 3 years after graduation. We also have our Careers Plus scheme, which is designed to help our students with job searches, CV checks, workshops. Our students can attend some of the fairs that we have on campus are part-time job fairs, Black Business Marketplace. We have the Big Careers Fairs, graduate jobs and placement fairs. And this is an opportunity for students to interact with employers, see what they're looking for in candidates, and even right from their first years, having conversations about their careers, which puts them in a really good position by the time they're interviewing for positions. We also have our Graduate Plus scheme, which is really an extracurricular award that helps our students to develop their personal and professional skills. So we do have our bronze, silver, gold, and platinum awards for the students. And this is based on the tasks that the students have completed. So they graduate from one onto the other. And this can be achieved over the entire degree. So attending the Careers Plus Fair will also count towards a bronze award for the students. Stick around to hear more about BCUIC. With regards to accommodation, there's so much options available to the students because we are right in the city center, which means that we have great links to different parts of Birmingham. So even if the student isn't living right in the city center, they can easily commute to the campus. But with regards to the options that we do offer, so for the September intake, we have the Heights and the Hampstead campus available to students. With terms of rent, the approximate deposit amount is about £159, with approximately £159 per week cost. The length of the contract is typically from May to end of August for 2025 and September to July 2026. And these accommodations are within 10 minutes walk from the campus. So that's for the Heights. And then for Hampstead campus, that's about 45 minutes bus ride.
Hello and welcome back again. In this video, we are going to talk about the undergraduate academic requirements for students to progress onto Birmingham City University International College. So we have 3 entry points. So we have the foundation entry point, and normally for foundation, we would ask for the equivalent of 5 GCSE passes at grade A star to E, with at least 3 grades at C or number 4 or above, and only 1 grade E, which is a number 2, is permitted. For the international year 1, which we have in accounting, economics, business, and marketing, we would ask for the equivalent of 48 UCAS tariff points at GCE/AS level or equivalent. And then for the international year 1, in the built environment, computing, engineering, technology, or health sciences, we would ask for the equivalent of 80 UCAS tariff points. That's the undergraduate academic requirements. Now for the postgraduate academic requirements. So again, we have a number of entry points. We have 2 semester, 1 semester and 3 semester. So for a 2 semester program in art management, the built environment, management or media, we would normally ask or typically ask for a UK Higher National Diploma equivalent in a relevant subject area with a grade, GPA grade of 2.3 on the 4.0 scale. For a 1 semester art management, built environment, business management and media, we would ask for a UK bachelor's degree pass equivalent. For 2 or 3 semester in art, design and fashion, again, minimum of a UK equivalent UK Higher National Diploma, GPA 2.3 on the scale of 4. And then for the 2 semester in the computing programs, again, minimum of a UK Higher National Diploma in a relevant subject where appropriate, and 2.3 out of 4 on the GPA scale. Hello and welcome back. So in this video, we are going to focus on our English language requirements for students to attend BCU International College. So for a foundation or a pre-masters, normally we would ask for IELTS of 5.5 with a minimum of 5.5 in each band. There are some exceptions to this. For example, our nursing program asks for a slightly higher requirement because of the accreditations that are attached to the program. For an international year 1, we would ask for an IELTS overall of 6.0 with a minimum of 5.5 in each band. And like I said, for the foundation in nursing, we have slightly higher requirement. So the IELTS of 6 with a minimum of 6 in each band. We do accept a number of English language qualifications in addition to the IELTS, and you can see those on the right-hand side of your screen. You can also use the QR code on the left-hand side, which will take you to the list of the full list of the accepted English language qualifications. We will exempt students from IELTS in certain circumstances if they can demonstrate that they've graduated in the UK, for example, with a bachelor's degree, and if they've studied in a majority English language speaking country as defined by UKVI. We also, at BCU IC, offer an internal BCU English language test. And for the 2025-26 intake, this test is free. All you need to do is be in touch with us direct and let us know that your student would like to avail of the BCUIC internal test, and we will sign the student up for that test. There are a couple of dates on the screen here that are coming up. So the next test is on the 1st of April, followed by the 25th of April. In addition, for the May intake, we also have a free 2-week PSC program for students who have already qualified for the university, and it's a way to introduce students to the different accents and the different type of language that we use in a social context. I hope that helps, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Again to BCUIC. In this video, we are going to focus on the CAS requirements and the documentation that we require in order to request a CAS from the university. So as you probably know, we offer a through CAS, which covers students for any pre-sessional English and also for their main course of study, either foundation or a pre-masters. For the CAS, we do ask for bank statements. For example, they need to include the name and logo of the bank and the account details and the currency that the account is held in. For any students who submit bank statements that are not in English, we do ask that those bank statements are translated into English. Now, there's lots of information to go through on the CAS, so I would recommend that you do check out the website, which has got quite detailed information on what's required. So, for example, it gives information on the account types that we can accept, the fact that we can only accept from an approved financial institution, so we cannot accept from a microfinance bank, for example, and that if the student is using a parent's bank statement, we need to see the financial consent letter and the birth certificate to prove the relationship between the student, the applicant, and the parents. Now, if a student is using an education loan to pay for their studies, there are also rules and regulations around this as well. So, for example, the loan must cover the first year amount, and the loan mustn't have any conditions on it other than the disbursement requirements, and it can't be taken out against a fixed deposit. It can be against property or other assets, though. So that's the education loan. When it comes to fixed deposits, there are similar rules again. So it must be from an approved financial institution. Again, we cannot accept from a microfinance bank. We also need to see that the fixed deposit has been maintained for at least 28 days, similar to the bank statement. And the maturity of the fixed deposit must be valid when the student applies for their CAS and their visa. Again, for more information, please do look on the website. So in addition to the financial documentation, there are also some other documents that we ask for as well. So for example, we can ask for TB, and there's a link there to the government website, which lists all the countries that we require a TB certificate from. If a student is under 18, we also request that the student has a guardian who will be in the UK, is over 25 and can attend enrolment at the university with the student. The guardian can be a relative, but they cannot be in the UK on a student visa or a visitor visa. And again, there's more information about this on the website if you have a student who is under 18. For study at Birmingham City University International College, student must be 17 when they enroll with us. So what do you do after the CAS? So the CAS has been issued. We recommend that the student applies for the visa immediately and only applies with the same documents that have been used for the CAS application, and to prepare for an interview in case you are called. We have some great documentation online and even a video which can talk you through that process. Keep us updated as well. Let us know if the student is contacted by UKVI, is asked to attend a UKVI interview, or additional documentation is requested by UKVI of the student. And once the student has received a visa decision, let us know. Hopefully it's successful, and that's a great moment of joy that we can celebrate with the student. And also let us know the travel date that the student will be coming to the UK. I hope that's been of interest. Please do look at the website for further information. Stick around for a bit more.
Now let's talk about the tuition fee. So for the academic year 2025-2026, we do have our one semester foundation cost for £10,000, and the 2 semester foundation is £15,000, while the 3 semester foundation is £19,500. And the first year is £16,000. The pre-master's first semester is also £10,000 like the foundation. The 2 semester pre-masters is £16,000, and the 3 semester pre-masters is £19,500 as well. Now, in terms of tuition deposits, what we do require is the first semester fees for the program you're applying for. Now, we do understand that coming to study in the UK is quite a huge financial endeavor, so we have put in some support to help our students. We have our subject-based discount. So for students who are coming to study arts, design, and media, architecture, biomedical sciences, economics, and law, we have £1,000 discount available for these students. Please do keep in mind, however, that there are only a limited number of slots available, so the sooner to apply, the better. There's also the early bird discount worth £500. This is available up until the 7th of April for students who are applying for the May intake, and for the September students, this is available up until 1st of August. So don't forget, we have our free BCU internal English test as well. So let's play a scenario here. For example, say Shafwat from Bangladesh has an offer to study law in May of 2025. Maybe their IELTS certificate has expired, so they need to take the BCU internal English test, and they pay their deposit before the 1st of April. What this really means is that Shafwat would have received £1,565 worth of discount, which is over 10% of her tuition, original tuition fee. That's very good. I would take advantage of that for my students. We also have our scholarships as well. So we have our Women in STEAM scholarship, basically for female students who are coming to study science, technology, engineering, or arts courses. This is worth £2,500. So the students will need to put in an application, and we'll talk more about that later. We also have our college director's scholarship as well. We have 2 slots available for this, worth £3,000 each for each student. It will be awarded to a student who has been selected by our college director, and the students need to have demonstrated public service and community service. The mode of application is by submitting an essay to demonstrate this. We have our film production scholarship as well. So this has 3 slots available for individual scholarships, and this is available for our May, September, or January intake. It's worth £2,500, and it will be selected. Recipients will be selected by the senior art tutor. They would need to submit a film or reel demonstrating their skills, and then the senior art tutor will make the final decision. All right, that's it with regards that. We also have our progression scholarship. So this scholarship is basically designed to help motivate our students to be able to take the academics seriously, because we want to be able to brag about them, and it's always a good thing for everyone to see students who are progressing. So we've designed this scholarship basically for students, so that students who are able to achieve 70 to 79.9% of their overall grades when they progress to BCU are able to take advantage of £1,000 discount, and students who have over 80% and above are able to get £1,500 discounts towards their tuition fee when progressing to BCU. Now, it's worth noting that this tuition is only available to foundation students and students who are not being sponsored by government, organization, or companies. So basically self-sponsored students. So for our May intake, we do have our importance date as the early bird discount for 7th of April. The application deadline is 28th of April, and the payment deadline is the 30th of April. The last
for taking the time to listen to all of the training videos. It's fantastic.
Hello and welcome to the University of Nottingham's Agent Training. My name is Ruth, and I am the Agent Relations Manager here at the University of Nottingham. We are delighted to be partnering with you for international student recruitment. In this training session, we will give more information about the University of Nottingham, its history and unique selling points, and you will also learn more about our programmes and faculties, international scholarships, entry requirements, our campuses, our accommodation, student life and support, as well as learning more about the City of Nottingham. I do hope you enjoy this training, and we'll start with why choose the University of Nottingham. So I'm now going to start talking to you about why study in the UK. So why study in the UK? British universities combine centuries of academic tradition and excellence with world-leading research and innovation. The UK government's quality checks on universities ensure that very high standards of teaching and research happen in the UK. British degrees are recognised by universities and employers around the world. You will be encouraged to think independently and develop your critical thinking, creativity, and decision-making skills. And the UK is a welcoming, multicultural society which will help you feel at home, explore other cultures, and network internationally. And these are all reasons you can give to your students who come and ask you, why should I study in the UK? If you want to know more about studying in the UK, the length of a degree is outlined below. You could do a 3-year undergraduate degree, also known as a bachelor's. You can do a 1-year postgraduate taught degree, known as a master's, or you can do up to 3 years postgraduate research training, also known as a PhD. The fees and living expenses in comparison to other speaking destinations are relatively low, which is another reason to study in the UK. Your student life and cultural experience will be one of the best yet. And as well as that, we have a post-study work visa, which means that students who successfully graduate are able to remain and work or look for work for up to 2 years or 3 years for PhD students after graduation without sponsorship. So that's another reason why you can tell your students to study in the UK. So why study with the University of Nottingham? We are ranked as a world top 100 university according to the QS World Rankings in 2024. We are a member of the UK's prestigious Russell Group, and indeed we were one of the founding universities of this Russell Group organisation. Equally, we're ranked as a top UK 20 university according to the QS World University Rankings in 2024, and we are very proud of holding the award for 7th in the UK for research power according to the Research Excellence Framework in 2021. In addition to this, we have degrees which are highly valued across the world. Indeed, employees across the world will look for students who have graduated from the University of Nottingham. We are the second most targeted university by employers in the UK as well. And with regards to our employability, we are ranked 66th in the world and 10th in the UK for employability. Another reason to choose to study with us is thanks to our global student community. We welcome over 34,000 students from more than 150 countries on our UK campuses, and this is made up of approximately 10,000 international students. We have a global alumni community of 300,000 students who have graduated from Nottingham. We are a member of the Russell Group, the Universitas 21 and Erasmus Plus international networks. We currently have around 75 global teaching partnerships, and we offer student exchange and study abroad options with 300 plus universities over 40 countries. This means that students can experience part of their degree abroad. As I've mentioned before, we have an outstanding employability support network. Our Careers and Employability Service provides dedicated support for students and alumni. We offer one-to-one counselling and advice appointments, skills workshops, CV building sessions, recruitment fairs, opportunities to connect with alumni and employers, and interview preparation. As well as this, students can work up to 20 hours part-time during term time to supplement their income and gain work experience before applying to graduate schemes. I'm now going to talk a little bit more about the history of the University of Nottingham. I'm now going to talk to you briefly about the history of the university. So in 1877, building begins on a civic college in Nottingham city centre. In 1881, the University College of Nottingham opens officially. Between 1906 and 1908, the writer and poet D.H. Lawrence studies at this college. And in 1928, the college relocates to land donated by Sir Jessie Boot, which is now known as the University Park campus. In 1930, Professor Albert Einstein visits the college to give a guest lecture. 1 year later, we have Mahatma Gandhi, who delivers a talk to students in our Great Hall. In 1948, following a royal charter, the college becomes the University of Nottingham. And then fast forward to the 70s, Professor Peter Mansfield contributes to the development of the outstanding MRI technology. So as you can see, we have been going from strength to strength since the 1800s. In the year 2000, we opened the Malaysia campus, which is the first international branch campus of a British university to open. 6 years later, we open our China campus, which is the first independent campus of a foreign university in China. Fast forward again to 2015, and we have grown massively. We have received a graduate, which was our 250,000th graduate to receive a degree. I'm now going to talk to you about our courses, programmes and faculties. We have 5 faculties at the University of Nottingham. These are Arts, Engineering, Medicine and Health Sciences, Science and Social Sciences. In our Arts faculty, you can study American and Canadian Studies, Classics and Archaeology, Cultural, Media and Visual Studies, Cultures, Languages and Area Studies, English, French and Francophone Studies, German Studies, History, Humanities, Modern Languages and Cultures, Music, Philosophy, Russian and Slavonic Studies, Spanish, Portuguese and Latin American Studies, and Theology and Religious Studies. Our engineering courses are as follows: Architecture and Built Environment, Chemical and Environmental Engineering, Civil Engineering, Electrical and Electronic Engineering, and Mechanical, Materials and Manufacturing Engineering. In our Medicine and Health Sciences, you can study courses such as Health Sciences, Life Sciences, Medicine, Veterinary Medicine and Science. In our Science faculty, we offer Biosciences, Chemistry, Computer Science, Mathematical Science, Pharmacy, Physics and Astronomy, and Psychology. And finally, in our Social Sciences department, we have Economics, Education, Geography, Law, our Nottingham University Business School for business studies and business-related subjects, Politics and International Relations, and Sociology and Social Policy. The next video, I will talk about international scholarships. So I'm now going to talk to you about our international scholarships available at the University of Nottingham. So undergraduate and postgraduate scholarships are available for applicants from a variety of countries. You can also check our website for various school or department scholarships. It's best to check the website for the most up-to-date offerings on these scholarships. We do have partnerships with external funding bodies, so if you know of one, please contact us and we will provide you more information about whether we partner with them. We have a scholarship that supports elite athletes, including sports scholarships. If your students progress from Kaplan, University of Nottingham International College, there's a progression scholarship which is awarded to top students from the college automatically. And we also have an Engineering High Achiever Scholarship, which is awarded to top students on certain programs from the University of Nottingham International College automatically as well. Here's an example of the sports scholarships that we offer. We offer up to £8,000 towards your scholarship. The best thing to do is to also check our website for more scholarship options, such as the Developing Solutions Scholarship, which is available to students from developing countries. The next slide will be talking about our entry requirements. In this video, I will talk to you about the entry requirements for international students to the University of Nottingham. So for our undergraduate entry requirements, we require students to have A-level or equivalent, and the grades range from AAA to BBB. We do accept an IB diploma, with offers typically ranging from 30 to 36 IB points. We do also accept the AP subject tests, and we ask for 555 to 444. We do accept various other qualifications from around the world. There are some particular nuances, so the best thing to do is, if you have a doubt, is just to get in contact with us and we can provide more information about the entry requirements for various other qualifications around the world. If your student is interested in applying for a postgraduate master's applicants usually need an upper second class degree, what we call a 2-1, or a degree equivalent to this in a relevant subject area. We do accept degrees from hundreds of universities around the world, and the best thing to do is check out our website for guidance on our grade requirements for degrees from your country. Pre-master's courses are also an option for students who do not meet entry requirements. For our PhD requirements, we require a strong master's degree in a relevant subject, along with your research proposal, which will get submitted to the relevant tutor. You can identify a possible supervisor at Nottingham and contact them before applying. The best way to do this is to use the link below. All international students are required to prove that they have an English language entry requirement. We accept a variety of English tests and qualifications, including IELTS, TOEFL, IBT, Pearson PTE, plus GCSE, IB, and A-level English. The minimum requirements for our degree courses typically range from IELTS 6.0 to 7.5. You can find a list of our equivalencies on the link below, or by searching on our website for English language entry requirements. There will be a full list of the requirements of the English language entry requirements that we do accept and those that we don't. If your English requirement is not at the required stage, you can develop your English ability and study skills with a pre-sessional English course. Our Centre for English Language Education, known as CELI, is accredited by the British Council for the Teaching of English in the UK. You can join one of these courses that last from 6 weeks to 40 weeks, depending on your current English level and the level you need for your academic course. And this English Language Centre is situated on campus or online.
In the heart of the UK, where tradition meets innovation, there's a celebration underway.
Cheers.
For more than 2 decades, we've been building a global community shaped around knowledge, diversity and progress, the exact ingredients needed for success and prosperity. And now it's time to celebrate. More than 45,000 staff, students and researchers send their warmest wishes.
Happy birthday, China Campus.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, China Campus.
Happy birthday!
Happy 20th birthday, UNNC.
Happy birthday, China Campus.
Happy birthday, China Campus.
Happy birthday, UNNC.
Happy 20th birthday, UNNC.
Happy birthday, China Campus.
Happy 20th birthday!
Here's to 20 years of Ningbo.
From Nottingham to Ningbo, this is the place where we drive innovation and shape futures. Here's to our truly borderless university.
I'm now going to talk to you about our campuses. So in the UK, we have the University Park campus. This campus has 300 acres of parkland with gardens and a boating lake, as you can see on the image in front of you. This campus is the winner of the Green Flag Award and has been every year since 2003. This campus is also home to our £40 million David Ross Sports Village. Now, as you can see, the University Park campus is very big and it's very green. You can watch a University Park campus tour on our YouTube page as well. The campus is situated near a main road, which is easily accessible by car, bus and tram. To get to the city centre on public transport from University Park is about 10 to 15 minutes. So as you can see, the university boasts the David Ross Sports Village, the Downs, which is where a lot of accommodation is situated around, the Millennium Gardens, the Trent Building, which is where you can find the Vice-Chancellor's room and the Great Hall for graduation, the Cripps Health Centre, which is our on-site health and dental centre for all staff and students, the Portland Building, which is where you'll find the Students' Union and the bar and some restaurants, as well as a library and a shop. And we're also very close to the Queen's Medical Centre, which is a hospital. And if you're studying any of our medicine courses, you will have a lot of your lectures on the Queen's Medical Centre because we have a direct link with them. You'll also see the beautiful lake, which is very large and nice to run around or walk around. And in the summer, you and your friends can rent a boat and go boating on this lake. Our Jubilee campus is a stone's throw away from our University Park campus. It's easily accessible via foot, bike, public transport, or our own internal hopper bus. This campus is fairly new compared to our University Park campus. It has innovative architecture and eco-friendly buildings and also a lake. This campus is also the winner of the Green Flag Award and has been every year since 2013. And on this campus, you will find the business school and also lectures for computer science, education, English language education are found on this campus. So as you can see, Jubilee campus is also quite big and also surrounded by some green space. You can watch the Jubilee campus tour on our YouTube channel. You'll find the lake in front of you, and we have a beautiful building called the Exchange Building where the library is, and the library overlooks the lake for when you're studying and need something nice to look at. We've also got a sports centre on our Jubilee campus, and our Ingenuity Centre is where local businesses come and help you develop your business idea. We also hold workshops there. And finally, the third campus in the UK is our Sutton Bonington campus. Now, this campus is slightly further out from the city centre, but has high-tech facilities with laboratories, brewing facilities, 3D imaging, and a dairy farm. This campus is set in the countryside, so it's about 10 miles south of the University Park campus. But as I've mentioned before, we do offer a free hopper bus to take you to that campus. This campus is home to biosciences, veterinary medicine, and science. Here's an aerial view of our Sutton Bonington campus. As you can see, it's fairly agricultural, surrounded by a lot of farmland, but there's also a sports centre. There's also the accommodation on site and the barn where you'll find services and social amenities. And we also have our own University of Nottingham farm not too far from there too. So even though it looks a little bit isolated, there are still accommodation, bars and cafes and libraries for students to go and study in or hang out at. And as I said, this campus is accessible via our hopper bus as well. So all of our campuses, as I've just demonstrated, have facilities. They have libraries, cafes, shops, bars and sports centres. Lots of beautiful green spaces, as you will have noticed. All of our halls of residence and accommodation that's owned by us is on site and on campus. We have a free hopper bus to connect you with the other campuses, but we also have lots of public transport links to Nottingham City Centre and nearby areas, all available on these campuses. In this video, I'll talk to you about our accommodation. So for international students, we offer on-site and guaranteed accommodation. We can offer a guarantee in a room in a university arranged accommodation for 1 year, as long as applicants apply before the guarantee deadline and respond to their accommodation offer promptly. So it's really important that you tell your students to check communications and reply to those deadlines and offers for accommodation. You can apply for a place at our halls of residence once applications open in spring and once you have firmly accepted your offer. Our accommodation options are as follows. We offer catered halls where you can have breakfast and dinner, and a range of lunch options for undergraduates only. Or you can choose to live in self-catered sites. So these are all available on campus and nearby for both undergraduate and postgraduate students. So self-catered means that you're provided with cooking facilities, but you will have to provide your own pots and pans and equipment, and of course your own food. With regards to catered halls, if you choose to have lunch on site, you can. So if you've finished a lecture and you don't have time to go to your catered hall, you can go to one of our local cafes and use your student card for your catered halls to buy yourself a quick lunch on site. With regards to our accommodation facilities, you will have your own bed, a study area, including a bed, desk, chairs, wardrobes, and bookshelves. There will be a communal bathroom shared with a few other students and regularly cleaned by our attendants, or you can choose to have an ensuite bathroom. A shared kitchen in self-catered halls or a shared pantry in catered halls. This means that you will have a kettle, a toaster, and a microwave. So a few facilities if you don't want to eat at the canteen that day. All of our accommodation offers internet access and Wi-Fi. We also have a residential experience team, also known as the ResX team, and they are available 7 days a week to support you, to help you to settle in and thrive. They can provide pastoral care and be the first point of contact for when you arrive into your halls, and they also offer a number of events and opportunities to socialise. I'm going to talk to you about our student life and support services. At the University of Nottingham, we have over 400 student-run clubs, which are called societies. We have more than 70 sports clubs. We offer international, cultural and faith societies, opportunities for volunteering, and plenty of faith support for students of any faith. The university also has a student-run Students' Union. With regards to our sports and fitness opportunities, we are the Sports University of the Year according to the Times and Sunday Times Good University Guide 2024 and as voted for by the Dale Mail University Guide in 2024. We are ranked second overall and first in the UK for team sport in the most recent British Universities and Colleges Sport League. We have the opportunity for you to compete in intramural sport, tri-campus games, Nottingham varsity and books tournaments. As you can see, someone here is using our climbing wall, which is one of the facilities that we have in our sports centre. As I've mentioned to you before, the David Ross Sports Village has undergone a recent transformation with millions of pounds worth of renovation. Indoor, you can find a sports hall, a 25-metre swimming pool, a climbing and bouldering wall, 6 standard squash courts, an all-glass squash court, a room for martial arts for the martial arts dojo, table tennis, archery, fencing rooms, a snooker room, a clubhouse cafe with a Starbucks, and a health and well-being suite. And with regards to fitness, if you're a gym goer, we have a gym with a 200 station fitness suite, and we also have dance and spin studios. As part of our memberships, which are included for international students as part of their accommodation, you can participate in a range of fitness classes and dance classes to suit your needs. With regards to the outdoor facilities at the David Ross Sports Village, we have a full-size 3G rubber crump, a full-sized sand-dressed pitch, an outdoor viewing area, and netball and tennis courts. We also have a 60-metre indoor sprint track, extensive cardio zone, and a performance gym. You can also come to this David Ross Sports Village for any sports injuries, where we have our sports injury clinic, where there is a hydrotherapy pool, a large exercise area, and private consulting rooms. And finally, the support services that we offer to our students include personal tutor and welfare officer, academic and accessibility support, visa and immigration advice, a residential experience team to support you in your halls of residence, confidential counselling services, English language support, and 24-hour university security control for your safety on campus. This concludes the end of the student life and support services. I'm now going to talk to you about the City of Nottingham. This video is about the City of Nottingham. So where is Nottingham? Well, I like to say we are located in the middle of the UK. So you can see on the map here that we are right in the heart of England. We have easy transport links across the UK. Nottingham does in fact have its own airport, known as East Midlands Airport. The next closest airport to that for more international flights is Birmingham, but you can also fly into Manchester or London, and all of these major cities are accessible by train. And to give you an idea of distance and time, the train from Nottingham to London takes less than 2 hours. The fastest, I think, is 1 hour 40 minutes. With regards to city life, we have recently been voted the 9th best student city in the UK to live in, according to the QS Best Student Cities. We have a range of historic landmarks and public parks, including the Castle of Nottingham and Sherwood Forest. We offer diverse sports and cultural events across the city, and we have been the award winner of the Purple Flag every year since 2010. We like to think of ourselves as a very eco-friendly city. The University of Nottingham is third in the world for sustainability, which contributes to our determination to be an eco-friendly city. Nottingham has a thriving arts scene with theatres, cinemas and art galleries. We have been voted by UNESCO City of Literature the most independent with regards to shops outside of London, which means that we have a lot of very important independent shops outside of London. We are home to the Trent Bridge Cricket Ground and 2 professional football teams. And according to the Sunday Times Best Place to Live, we are fun, funky and affordable. And I think it's worth mentioning that as a city, Nottingham is one of the more affordable ones in the UK, particularly outside of London. So you may or may not have heard of Robin Hood. Nottingham is famous for this legendary medieval outlaw. So whilst you're in Nottingham, you can take a tour, a Robin Hood tour or a City of Nottingham Castle tour, and discover the city's rich history. You could visit Sherwood Forest as well, where Robin Hood and his merry men are said to have made their home. Sherwood Forest also offers lots of events throughout the year as well. Woollerton Hall and Deer Park is also a very popular destination for sightseeing in Nottingham. Just a short walk from the University Park and the Jubilee campuses, we have Woollerton Hall and Deer Park, and this hosts a wide range of wildlife and greenery. It's perfect for a walk and a picnic and to admire the deer. A fun fact, it was also used as the Wayne Manor in the Dark Knight Rises film. So that was quite an exciting moment for the city of Nottingham to have that filmed there. So as you can see, Nottingham is a really fun and exciting and up and coming place to live. So finally, a huge thank you for taking the time to learn about the University of Nottingham. Another really good resource is, of course, our website, where you will find more information and more up-to-date pieces of information about all of our courses, anything related to scholarships, accommodation, international students, pre-sessional English. So please do check that as well as a resource. You are also more than welcome to contact us for anything that you might need. I really hope you enjoyed learning about the University of Nottingham, and once again, a huge thank you for taking the time to
Hi, and welcome to the International College at Robert Gordon University Agent Training. My name is Susie Anderson, and I'm the Director of Marketing here at the college in Aberdeen. As Scotland's only Navitas Pathway College, we provide a seamless route for international students to progress to their chosen degree at one of Scotland's leading career-focused universities. Our videos are going to tell you lots about why your students might want to choose to study here, and we're here to give you the support that you need to really promote our programs. So let's look at what our videos are going to cover. We're going to talk a little bit about why you would want to promote ICRDU to your students. We'll talk about studying in Aberdeen, which might be a brand new destination for you if you've never sent a student to study with us. We'll talk about our incredible Riverside campus with its amazing modern facilities that students actually get to use when they come and study here. We'll talk about our programs. They vary from pre-masters, foundation, first year, and we specialise in programs such as healthcare, business, engineering, lots of options for your students. That really difficult part of the application process is knowing the admissions. So we're going to go through our entry requirements, and we'll also talk to you about the things to look out for when making an application to us. We'll cover the student support element of what we can do to really help your students thrive and be successful here at the college. And also we'll talk about accommodation. There's lots of options here in Aberdeen. So stick around and let's take it over to the next video for you to learn some more about studying here at ICRGU. So in this video, we're going to cover why you might want to mention to your students about studying at ICRGU. Look, one thing's for clear, students are looking for opportunities to really get life skills and for them to have those employability skills for when they graduate. So let's talk about the graduation and employability rankings here at Robert Gordon. RGU is, and I've said it before, a leading UK employability focused university. Right now, we're sitting around 97% graduate employability. Some of our courses, such as pharmacy, nursing, physiotherapy, they all offer outstanding opportunities within the NHS with over 100% graduate employability in those courses. All of our programs here at Robert Gordon are applied and are industry certified courses. We can show you a list of accreditations as long as my arm to tell you all of the different types of opportunities that students have to go into chartered engineering, chartered accountants, be accredited by the Project Management Institute. There's lots of opportunities for the students to get those accreditations that they need before they go into the world of work and expand their networks. Also, 90% of Robert Gordon University courses do offer real life experience as part of placements or internships or projects that work alongside industry. That's the thing that we do best here at Robert Gordon. Some of our courses have up to 50% real life placements, like our nurses and our pharmacists. So it's a really great opportunity for your students to learn as they study. Not only that, they can learn and earn. So some of them will take placements that are up to 1 year long that are out in industry, and that will give them the opportunity to get a year-long worth of work on their CV before they even graduate. That's what Robert Gordon University is known for. We put all that together in a wonderful, lovely student city. Robert Gordon University is one of 2 universities located here in Aberdeen. We are one of Scotland's cities here, and we're located in the northeast of Scotland. More about that later, but it's a safe and affordable student city. So students can come here and really thrive and succeed during their studies. That's just some of the options. We've got plenty more to tell you about in our upcoming videos. So let's jump over to the next video and we can tell you more about studying in Aberdeen. A big part of making the decision for your students is looking at the different destinations available to them. So I'm going to take this opportunity to tell you why you might consider Aberdeen for your students to come and study their degree programs. You can see the location that we've got there. It's an incredible location in the northeast of Scotland. The map connects incredibly well to mainland Europe. We boast a fantastic industry here, the oil and gas industry, which does allow us to benefit from an international airport and really well connected across the globe. The best benefit of studying in Aberdeen is also the lowest cost of living for your students. We benefit from it. We have a low cost of living, but a high quality of life with low rental costs. More about that later. But also about how our day-to-day existence is, getting around and being able to get to the institution, as well as just shopping and enjoying life here in the city. So it has the benefits of both worlds, a really buoyant oil and gas industry and a massive student-centred approach. So anything from those cheap noodles to late night low cost entertainment that students can take part in. So it's a really great safe place for your students to come to. As I mentioned before, because of the oil and gas industry, we're really easily transportable throughout the country. You can travel to Glasgow and Edinburgh, the two major cities in the central belt of Scotland. And if you're under 22, you can do that for free on buses. You can fly to London within about 1 hour and 15 minutes. Those are serviced by airlines such as British Airways and EasyJet. You can also connect easily through Paris and Amsterdam if you're flying KLM or Air France. So there's lots of opportunities for students to get around and see the country while they study here with our fantastic value of living. The work opportunities that we have here as well are always connected to the industry. The Northeast is known in Scotland for its amazing scenery, so we have a really buoyant hospitality industry. That means lots of coffee shops and restaurants and leisure facilities that people come and use from all over the world. So plenty of part-time summer jobs in there. We also obviously have the oil and gas industry that I mentioned before, so students take great opportunities within there for their work placements during their summer, or maybe when they graduate, when they start to go into their field of work, if it's engineering or marketing, there's lots of place for that. And as I said before, the student city, look, we've got two major universities and there's lots of options out there for your students, but this is a really focused place for them to come, and it's that low cost of living. There's lots of places that they might want to choose, and as at these dates, we got this data just this month. This is information that covers some of the other locations and some of the other major student cities that students might choose to study in. You can see in the green column where Aberdeen really stands out. Not only do we have all of the benefits of a city and an international airport, but we have really low cost of living. So when you're doing your comparison with your students about their budget and what the whole package might look like if they were to pick up their lives and move overseas, you can really talk to them about the different costs that might come up in each city. For example, have you considered what accommodation costs in London? I don't want to even look at that number. Or transportation maybe. You know, people that live in some major cities have quite big transportation costs as they have to travel quite large distances between where they can afford to live and where they study. So taking that into consideration is also a really great way of talking about why Aberdeen might be a great place for your student to want to come and study. Look, we talk about the cost of living, but it's really about that quality of life as well. Studying in Scotland is an outstanding opportunity for your students to come to a safe environment, to come to an incredibly culturally diverse environment, and actually just a beautiful bonny country to live in. So you can see here some of the images of our culture and our history, but also how as a modern institution we are placed here in the city. Dunnottar Castle stands out for me. That's the one in the middle at the top. It's an incredible historic castle that you can go and visit. It's only 5 miles away from our front door. We're on a beach location, so students can really benefit from that incredible outside environment. And even we have a riverside campus. So those are students that are paddleboarding just outside of the window here down on the side of the River Dee. And it is culturally diverse. Not only do we have amazing Scottish culture here, but we also welcome students from all over the world because of our two incredible universities in the city. We can tell and talk for days about studying in Scotland, but it really is an incredible place that students not only get value for money, but really a very high quality of life as they study for their degree here. We'll cover more of that in our upcoming videos, but slide on into the next video and we'll find out more. So I talked a little bit about the facilities and now I really want to show them off. Robert Gordon campus is a beautiful riverside campus. You can see that in the image in the bottom right hand side of your screen. I'm waving at you right now from right beside that green turret where the RGU library is. What Robert Gordon University does well is it gives our students access to all these incredible industry standard facilities. Anything from a wind and wave technology to physiotherapy suite, and also a green room for our art and design students. And our students are able to use it. So that's really important that during their undergraduate and postgraduate studies, they're able to get hands-on experience with all these amazing industry technologies. So it's something we really boast about. Another thing for me to just show off a little bit is that ICRGU is located right in the middle of campus. Our students benefit from the facilities every day here at RGU, and they also have free access to everything. So want to using RGU Sport, they can use that for free during their studies. And it's a really welcoming environment for students. It's a one campus environment that everyone comes to every day for their studies. I'm not showing it off, but I really wanted to talk about that green library. It's 9 floors. It gives students lots of different information for all of the different exit awards that they maybe have. So there's an engineering floor, there's an architecture floor, and there's specialists on each one. This really is a modern campus set in the most beautiful background of Aberdeen and Aberdeenshire. We're going to explore a little bit more about that in some of our videos later when we talk about the programs, but certainly a beautiful modern campus set here right in Aberdeen. So let's go on to the next video. In our intro video, we talked a little bit about the different courses that we offer here at the International College, leading to degrees from Robert Gordon University. So we benefit from both undergraduate and postgraduate entry, foundation and first year available for students studying a variety of programs. And then we also have our postgraduate pre-masters, which actually progresses into over 40 different MSc degrees. There's lots of detail here, but what we want to tell you is we have multiple entry points, we have multiple start dates, and we also have some fantastic progression awards for our students as they study at Robert Gordon University. There are many different areas of study, and there are 7 academic schools here based in Robert Gordon University campus, offering everything a student needs. All vocational programs, so taking a look here at these examples, lots of different opportunities within the oil and gas industry, but also within our healthcare, engineering and architecture, as well as art and design. So there's lots of different options for those students that are looking for those modern exit awards. They're also globally recognized degrees. We talked about this in a previous video, but the accreditations and global recognition is so important to us here at Robert Gordon. We really want to develop degrees that are designed with the industry in mind so that your students are graduating with a future-proof degree. That means they're really going out into the world of work well able and ready to handle what is going to be happening to them on the day that they graduate. We'll talk more about what our entry requirements are soon, but certainly having a look at one of our different programs, you'll be able to see we offer a wide variety of opportunities for your students. So let's go take a look at the next video. Robert Gordon University is known for its incredible programs in healthcare, and I want to tell you a little bit more about why. We have amazing rankings, whether that's for our research or actually for our career prospects. Our opportunities are endless when it comes to the healthcare sector, both here in NHS Scotland, but also in the NHS sector across the UK, as well as the private sector. So we've got these rankings that really shout about what our incredible graduates can do, as well as the really practical application for our programs here at Robert Gordon University. So definitely take a look at our healthcare options, as they have got some of the highest graduate employability rankings in the whole of the UK. We also have accreditations across all of our professional bodies for our healthcare programs, anything from the NMC and HCPC to the General Pharmaceutical Council. This means that students can graduate and go into work as registered nurses, as accredited pharmacists, and that means they can do so globally. So these accreditations are connected directly to the degree, and we teach to ensure that our students have those future-proof degree awards when they graduate. So take a look at our website for some of the more fantastic healthcare options that we have here at Robert Gordon University and the International College.
Hi there, my name is Hannah Cunningham and I am the Student Recruitment Coordinator here at the International College, Robert Gordon University. Just now, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our admissions process. Within ICRGU, we have an admissions team who aim to get back to students, applicants and agents within 24 to 40 hours from the first point of contact. Once an application has been submitted, it will be gone through by our team and they will get back to you shortly. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some special things that can make your application process a little bit easier and hopefully help you and your students. For starters, all of our academic entry requirements and English requirements are listed online on our website. This is the most efficient way to double check your students' academics depending on their home country. So make sure you check our website for the most up-to-date information on our academic and our English language requirements. Another helpful tip to ensure a speedy application process is attaching an up-to-date CV with all activities that the student has taken part in. This makes it super easy for our admissions team to go through what the student has been doing since their academics. We do have both faculty and admissions interviews for ICRGU. Faculty interviews will be a condition for lots of our healthcare courses. This means that students will meet with our partner university at RGU to meet with their faculty before they get onto their course. We also have admissions interviews. These are taken in college by our admissions team, and these are to assess the suitability for ICRGU. We offer one-to-one support for both of these interviews to ensure students are successful. ICRGU has guaranteed progression on successful completion of the pathway. Our progression rates are super high at about 98% of students progressing onto Robert Gordon University. We have 3 start dates and 3 intakes throughout the year for February, June and October, or January, September. So make sure you look at what different entry requirements will suit your students. If you have any questions for our admissions team, please feel free to get in touch. In the next video, I will be talking about our scholarship opportunities available. Thank you. I am now going to talk to you a little bit about the scholarships available at the International College, Robert Gordon University. We do have intake-specific scholarships and awards available depending on your course and what level you are entering the college at. All students who are eligible for any kind of scholarship or award will be informed by our admissions team. An exciting scholarship that we have available is our £1,000 STEM scholarship. Robert Gordon University is well known for its degrees in science, technology, engineering, mathematics. For this reason, we have lots of very exciting scholarships available for these students. We also have up to £3,000 available in progression scholarships at RGU. As we said, we have very high progression rates to RGU. A progression scholarship is a discount applied to Robert Gordon University fees, and there's lots of courses which are suitable for this. As I said, students that are eligible for a scholarship will be made aware of this. And if you have any questions about what scholarships are available for your students, feel free to get in touch with the admissions team. Thank you. At the International College, Robert Gordon University, the most important thing to everyone here is the students' well-being. We are constantly ensuring that our students are having the best time during their studies and they are thriving in their new environment, their new studies and their new lives. For this reason, we have an extremely dedicated college services team who ensure that students are having the best time throughout their time. We have Yang, Eva and Cindy who are on hand to help students with many different queries queries and are also there in the college Monday through Friday to assist them. There is a number of different services that student support can offer students when they first arrive and also throughout their studies. General advice and support and preparing for travel to the UK are some really important things that student services cover. At ICRGU, we are aware that these students are embarking on a very big adventure and they can be very far from home. For this reason, we offer lots of one-to-one support with students to ensure they are comfortable and settled. This can be through helping them with their travel, arranging an airport pickup for them, or just having meet and greets ready for when they arrive at the college. Student services will also help students with things like their fees and finance, setting up that important bank account, ensuring they've got a SIM for their mobile phone, and ensuring they have a card that they can use for purchasing things when they are in the UK. Student service are also in charge of things like registration and enrolment to classes, as well as the student timetable. This means if there's any queries that students have, they have points of contact that they have close relationships with that they can ask these questions in relation to their studies. Again, they're available for admin support, for things like getting part-time jobs, for things like getting letters for part-time jobs, accommodation, for bank accounts. They have a really good source that the students can use, and it means they are able to get all of these things done. Student services are also in charge of the social activities for the students, which is great. For every intake, there is a social calendar, which is very long and full of lots of exciting activities. This helps the students to settle quickly, make their friends, and feel comfortable when they are in ICRGU. It's a great service, and we know that a lot of students benefit from that one-to-one support they get from our student services team. At the International College Robert Gordon University, we are aware that for some students, finding accommodation can be very difficult. However, we're here to tell you that for students studying in Aberdeen, they do not stress trying to find accommodation. Aberdeen in Scotland is a student city. It is built for students to live and thrive in. For this reason, we have fantastic accommodation options throughout the city. There is RGU accommodation, there's private student accommodation, and there's also the private rental sector. ICRGU enrolment here at the college requires students to have confirmation of all their accommodation in Aberdeen. ICRGU themselves don't offer accommodation, but lots of our students choose to go with the RGU accommodation, and this is very easy to organise for students who are at that stage. As I mentioned, we have a lot of great accommodations throughout the city. There is RGU managed accommodation, which students are able to access via the RGU website. There is a number of private student accommodations. Some popular options are Caledon Court and Unite Students. Caledon Court is actually located just across from the university, so it's a pretty popular option. There is also private letting via agencies or private landlords. Students are not stuck for accommodation when it comes to Aberdeen, and they will always be able to find somewhere. Here is a little map of our city, and you can see that there is a number of bus routes across the city. Students choose to live along different parts of these bus routes. It's important that students have a good look at the map and see whereabouts they would like to live in Aberdeen. Some of our more popular student accommodations are based in the city centre, such as Wilman Hill. Students will then be on the same bus every day as a lot of other students. There's various bus routes within the city, and actually students that are under the age of 22 benefit from free bus travel. For this reason, a lot of students choose to live within the city and get that kind of 10-15 minute bus journey. Accommodation is easy to access, and when students are at this stage of the application process, we will be able to assist them in deciding what accommodation is right for them. Students that are at CAS stage are eligible to book their RGU accommodation. As I said, we are here to give them a helping hand with that. They can also connect with RGU accommodation, who will sort them out directly. We strongly advise students not to travel without booking their accommodation, as we are not able to sort it out for them on the day. However, we are able to help them with this beforehand. So there's lots of accommodation options in Aberdeen, and if there's any questions from students or agents, our student services and admissions team are happy to help with that. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us as we've gone through these videos and told you some of the reasons why you would consider Robert Gordon University for your students. Some of the key things that we can offer you are a practical and relevant degree programme. Your students are going to be prepared to go into the workforce and be prepared for the future world of work with our industry-led programmes and our fantastic placements. We'll also be able to offer them a safe, and I love that word, happy. It is a happy place to live here in Aberdeen, and it's also not expensive. So they'll be able to really focus on their learning and live in a safe environment here in a beautiful student city. We also offer an efficient admission service. Emma and team are ready to come back to you within 24 hours, and they will support you with any of those inquiries that you maybe have. Look, we'll even give you guidance on where you might want to put your application to if you maybe want to go to Robert Gordon University direct. We'll find the right entry point for your student. And our dedicated college services team. These ladies work so hard to support our students, and we are friends with all of our students here in the college. We know them by name and they know us very well. And they're here to support your students throughout their journeys, both academically and personally. So never be worried about reaching out to us. And these students have a great time here, don't they, Hannah?
Again, I want to say thank you so much for going through the videos. It's great to get the chance to have these kind of bitable pieces of information that you can go through. A key thing we want to focus on today, that our students that come to ICRDU are not just here to survive, they are here to thrive. Students come here and build a life for themselves, and we are delighted to sit back and watch them all do amazing things. So I just wanted to highlight a few of those things in this little slide here. There's a student there called Halima who saw snow for the first time last winter here in Aberdeen. We have a couple of events and parties on campus, such as the Inspire Awards. There's a student on there called Ileana who won about 10 awards in her class. We had a student culture day where students brought in things from their home country and shared with their classmates. It was a really great day out. We have sports activities. We have big graduation parties. We take students to different parts of the country. You can see them here at Edinburgh Castle. We are so passionate about these students having an amazing experience with us, and we hope that you guys will be able to help us have more students come to us in the long term. So thank you very much.